Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome. I recently uploaded my current favorites video, and I decided to film a get ready with me using my current beauty favorites. So if you're interested in seeing all of the products that I am loving and how I've been doing my makeup on the daily, then just keep watching. Y'all, it has been a minute since I have filmed a get ready with me, so I'm pretty excited to do this today. We're gonna start with primer. I have been using the Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot Primer. I've used this on and off for years. It is one of my favorite primers. You can get it at Target for sure. That's usually where I find mine. Pretty sure you can order it on Amazon too. Regardless of drugstore or high-end, this is one of the best primers I've ever used. Foundation, I have been loving this new one by Hourglass. It's the Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. I'm in the shade 7.5. A little goes a long way with this foundation. I'm using this brush by Artis. This unfortunately is discontinued, but they still have some that are super similar to this. But this is definitely my favorite way to apply it. I know that the foundation brush that they came out with for this foundation is also dense and flat. So seems to be that kind of brush is the most suitable for a foundation like this. I've tried using it with a beauty blender and I just didn't really like using it that way. But with a brush, I love it. I've also been loving the Hourglass concealer. This is the Vanish concealer, I believe. Yes, the Vanish concealer, and I use it in the shade Fawn. A little bit does go a long way with this concealer too. It is full coverage, super smoothing, and despite being full coverage, I find it to be pretty hydrating. I am not a spring chicken. I am 34 years old and I have fine lines. And smile lines and a very expressive face, and I find that this concealer holds up super well, is very flexible on the face, and does not cause any major creasing for me. Speaking of concealers, yesterday I got an email from Charlotte Tilbury that she had released her Beautiful Skin Concealer, and as soon as I found out that it was available, thanks Lauren for messaging me to let me know that an email was in my inbox to order, I purchased immediately. I also purchased her new powder that she came out with. So I think it's a finishing powder. So I'm super excited to try those. Whenever those come in, I will definitely film those in a video. Probably won't be a first impression. I personally don't like filming a first impression. I feel like sometimes first impressions are not fair to products, because there will be times where I don't like a product, or I need to use a product multiple times to figure out my preferred way of using it before I decide if I like it or not. Before I set, I'm going to apply my cream bronzer. This is the Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer. I have it in the shade medium, and to apply it, I'm using the Makeup by Mario brush. This is the F1. Absolutely love this brush for cream products, and especially for this product in particular. I just stipple it on. It's got a slight angle to it, and it is dense but has some give, so it's like perfect for stippling product on. I've been obsessed with this bronzer ever since I purchased it this summer. It just works so well for me. The color is so good for me. It shows up underneath setting powder. Sometimes you'll get a cream bronzer that just seems to disappear once you set your face, and I don't find that this one does that. Also pretty buildable. I find it pretty easy to work with. It's just by far my favorite cream bronzer that I've used so far. I picked up my Chanel Bronze Universal and I used that the other day, and it just did not give me the same feels as this one. I'm gonna take a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter in the shade 2.5, and I am going to highlight with this. I've been using this again. I feel like I go in phases with this product. Sometimes I use it and sometimes I don't, but it is a pretty universal product. Some people like to wear it by itself all over the face. Some people use it as a primer. Some people use it as a highlighter. Some people mix it in with their foundation. So it's very, very universal. Some people use it as a foundation, which I don't personally see how it would work that way, but you know, everybody's got their ways of doing things. So let me just tap out my creases and blend the edges of the cream bronzer. So I have a new under eye powder that I've been using for concealer. It is by Givenchy, I think. Yes, Givenchy. I feel so bougie when I say that. This is the PRISME Libre loose powder in Voile Rose. I don't know. I was looking for a pink, thin, loose, light powder because the Charlotte Tilbury loose magic powder was like my holy grail because it was like very light and just easy, and they have discontinued it and I just have not found anything comparable. The powder that I just ordered from her is not the replacement, so I don't know if she's like reformulating or going to come out with something you know, in its place as like a replacement. I'm not quite sure. The only other pink powder that I've been wanting to try is the Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom one, but that must have been a limited edition one because I can't find it anywhere. For setting all over the face, I'm using the Laura Mercier Translucent Honey. I really like this powder. My skin tone is like a light to medium skin tone, so I like that this one just adds a little bit of warmth. It's translucent, but it does have just like a smidge of color, but it adds a really nice warmth to my face that I really, really like. Okay, next I'm gonna take this little palette from Hourglass. This was the palette that they had during this year's Nordstrom anniversary sale. So what I'm gonna do, I like to apply my finishing powder on top of my setting powder before I go in with my bronzer and blush and all that. I don't know why, it's just what I like to do. And the finishing powder in this one is dim light, in case you were wondering. All of the colors in this palette are permanent. So if there's a certain color in here, they sell minis or mini singles and full-size singles of each one of these. I'm gonna do the brows. I'm still using the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo. I find that I really like powder products for the brows the most. It is time for me to dye my brows again. I use the Just for Men beard dye for my brows. I have been doing that for like 6 years now. Absolutely love that. So I don't think I'm gonna have time to do that today, but that is definitely on the agenda for this week, is to dye my brows. And then the color that I use in the Brow Powder Duo is in soft brown. Brows are on. I'm gonna go in with powder bronzer now, and I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. Same shade as the cream bronzer. It's in the shade medium. This brush is by Hourglass. It's the Ambient Edit brush, I believe. It fits into all of their little palettes perfectly, but I really like using this one for bronzer. I have found I prefer a smaller brush for bronzer just because it's a little bit more precise and I can put the bronzer exactly where I want to. I don't really look, I don't know, I just like a more precise bronzer application. I still like a lot of bronzer, but I just prefer a smaller and denser brush to apply it with. Also going to take this bronzer with this little eyeshadow brush. It is the EF1 by Makeup by Mario. I love all of his dual-ended brushes, and I just like dual-ended brushes regardless of who it's by. I just really enjoy a dual-ended brush. It's just, I don't know, it's so much simpler and I don't have so many brushes floating around. But yeah, I'm just taking my bronzer and applying it as eyeshadow. Also saves more product and it's just quicker and easier. That is what I have been about lately, is just less stuff. I have yet to do so, but I need to clean out like my beauty closet. I have so much stuff in there that I haven't wanted to get rid of because I didn't want to be wasteful, but I'm just tired of having so much stuff. When I look at my things, I just want to see things that I currently want to use and love. But you know, it does feel wasteful. I'm just still using the same bronzer, but applying it to my lower lash line. I hate to feel wasteful. I have people in my life that I can give things to or see if they want it, but some stuff has been in there for so long that it really does need to be thrown out. But I started filming a little vlog yesterday, so I'm thinking of, you know, just making like a hodgepodge vlog and sticking that in there. I'm going back to this palette and I am going to, while I'm here with my eyeshadow brush, take this bronzer and also put that on my eyes. This is the Luminous Bronze Light bronzer. Also going to take this Make It by Mario brush. This is the F2. I'm gonna take the big fluffy side and go over the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer with this. I am a makeup mixer. I love mixing bronzers, mixing blushes, all of it. It just is so fun. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it to this side, go into the blush. The blush is Diffused Heat. Very pretty. I don't know what has gotten into me, but ever since summer hit, I've been into more of like a pink blush, and I have never really cared for pink blush before, but I don't know. I'm at a point where I am into it. I'm gonna take my eyeshadow brush again. This eyeshadow brush is so good. I just use the same side, and I have been loving using my face products as eyeshadow. I love a like monochromatic look, and it all just ties in so well together. Taking this palette by Dior. This is the Backstage palette in the shade 1 Universal. Taking another Make It by Mario brush. I told you guys I love these brushes. In the F3 brush. The smaller side I use as a highlight brush, and I'm gonna mix the two highlight shades together and highlight my face with this. Love this palette. If you have not tried this palette yet, highly recommend. It is so good. Gonna flip this little brush around to the larger, flatter side and take the pink and just go over the apples of my cheeks with this. Add that on top of the nose highlight. I'm gonna take the shades that I highlighted with first and apply those as my inner corner highlight. I love this palette. If you have not tried this palette yet, you are missing out. Finish off the eyes, we're using this Eyes to Mesmerize by Charlotte Tilbury. It is one of her new shades in EXXAGER-EYES. So gorgeous. I'm going back to the F1 brush from Make It by Mario, and I'm taking the flat side. This is like just like perfect for digging into these little pots, and I am going to apply this all over my lid. I love this shade so much. It is such a pretty everyday shade with like the prettiest amount of shimmer. And then I'm just gonna take the other end, the fluffy end, and kind of just blend the edge into the crease. And voila, that's all I have to do. So easy and simple and quick. Obviously a lot faster when I'm not talking and explaining myself. And this brush, if you are like me and you like to just do like a really quick eye, you have to get this brush because you can do it all. Okay, that's the eyes. All we need to do is apply mascara. Since I'm going to, I don't really need it. I was going to apply my CoverGirl, well, we'll just go ahead and do it. If I want a little bit more brightness under my eyes, I take this Clean Fresh powder from CoverGirl. I use a really light shade in this because I want to brighten. It's the shade 120 Fair, and I take the Real Techniques setting brush, and I just take a little bit of this powder, and it instantly brightens. Like, you can totally tell a difference. And I just apply this underneath my eyes to add a little bit more coverage, a little bit more brightness. Also in like my little smile lines right here, just like at the high points of my face. And it just brightens everything up and makes such difference. This powder is so good for that. Okay, let's go ahead and set the face. The Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Setting Spray is so good. This is the first bottle that I ever got. I keep this little mini bottle for travel, but also when my big bottle gets halfway, I switch over and pour it into this one just because it's easier to manage and it fits in my makeup bag better. Let's go ahead and set my brows using the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. And just brush. I do like the comb, or like the little brush on this. It really gets in your brows and you can just brush them straight up and make them nice and fluffy. For mascara, I am back using the ILIA mascara. I have like a handful of mascaras that I really like. I went back to the ILIA one because it's freaking great. But also, I think I've mentioned this already, I'm trying to be better about like ingredients and products that I use, and ILIA is one of the clean makeup brands at Sephora. Did I say Italy or ILIA? ILIA is a clean makeup brand at Sephora, and their mascara is so freaking good. If you want a mascara that lifts, volumizes, and separates, look no further. This one does it all, and it does it pretty quickly. Mascara is on. Last thing we need to do before ending this video is apply lips. So I'm taking this lip pencil by Milani. This is the Understatement lip liner in the shade 110 Nude Entrance. Such a smooth lip liner, such a good color. It's definitely one of my favorites right now. And then this little lip balm from Makeup by Mario. This is the Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Serum in the shade Bare Glow. So I don't apply this directly to my lips because it gets everywhere. So I just roll it up a little bit, take my ring finger and get it off the top, and apply it that way. And it seriously makes the perfect lip. If you like lip glosses, if you like just like really juicy glossy lips, I love this lip product. Sorry, I'm getting my towel off the floor. I have contemplated getting another color, but I love Bare Glow so much that I just continue to use this one, and I'm totally happy with it. But yeah, y'all, this is it. This is the makeup that I have been rocking for a hot minute. I love it. I love all the products. I love the way that it all comes together. I love the finish. I love how like glass-like and glowy my skin is. Just really can't go wrong with any of these products. I am super into using bronzer, blush, and highlight as eyeshadow. I am super into cream shadow sticks, cream pots. I have decluttered so many eyeshadow palettes. I've only got like 3 right now. I definitely have so much to update you guys on because I didn't film that much this summer, about like beauty things and life things and stuff like that. A few updates if you are new here or if you've missed it. I have been filming my journey on the animal-based 30 diet challenge. I post a video every Monday on that. It is currently week 4, so I'm almost done, but if you go to my channel, all of my videos are, or my weekly vlogs for those are there. I am definitely going to be incorporating different sorts of content, not just beauty content, into my channel. I definitely want to move, I want to stay doing beauty content, of course, but want to incorporate a lot more lifestyle just because health and wellness and just other things have become such a huge part of my daily life and what I'm into and what I'm loving. So I am definitely going to be adding that content more, and even after the challenge is over, maybe stick to doing weekly wellness vlogs of like what I'm eating, what I'm doing to promote health and nutrition and all of that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I probably will have an empties video up shortly. I did not film an empties video all summer and my bin has overflowed. So I definitely need to film an empties. I need to update you guys on skincare. If there's anything else that you want to see from me, let me know in the comment section down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have not yet subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you. And I will see you guys again in my next video.